duck fat apple pie with a burnt brandy cream. For the pastry, 400 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of icing sugar, and 100 grams of cold unsalted butter. Cut this relatively small. And then 100 grams duck fat. Just keep your eye on it because you want it just to come together. Like crumbles, like breadcrumbs. I need 2.5 eggs. I'm gonna crack them in there, beat them, because it's very hard to crack an egg. Tip out half, shall we? Don't over mix it. The gluten's gonna build up. For this, you do not want tough dough. You mix it till it just comes together. That's quite wet. Split it, get it to some grease proof, and just squish it flat a little bit. Fold it over. When you come out after the fridge, you're nearly there already. For the apple filling, it's 2-stage, right? So you want to make an apple puree, beautiful Bramley apples, core the apples, peel the apples, chop the apples, 500 grams of that. Instead of using a lid, I would do a cartouche. Cook it up 10 minutes. So it's pretty much all soft. Stick it in the blender and then blend it up. Just tip it out. Get a pan on, stinking hot. Double cream. You can hear it burning, right? Don't stir it. You'll smell it burning and caramelizing, and that's exactly what you want. And you see it's gone thicker. Then get your whisk, and you see on the bottom, it's burnt. Perfect. Whisk that. You want all that mixed in. Oh, I'm gonna add a thumb of brandy, and then just tip it out. And you see how thick it's become. And then just leave it out at room temperature, and it will just slowly kind of thicken up and cool down. I've got these little fluted tart things. You could do any kind of tart that you want to. A little bit of flour down. It's gonna help it because it's a wet dough. So don't worry about drying it out. Maybe a little bit thinner than a pound coin. Get your ring cutters and work quick. And even when you get to this point, just try and press it between your fingers just to thin it a little bit more. Tuck it into your molds, but you want a little bit of overlap because you're gonna put a lid onto it. If you can see the tin through it, it's absolutely fine. The way that this pastry reacts, it kind of melts and seals it. Equal amounts of apple puree to diced fresh apple. It's okay if you overfill them by a little bit because when they cook, they pop. All you're gonna do is get some lovely little apple juice running down the side of the molds, which is absolutely fine. When they put a lid onto them, so just use a knife, just get under it, push it into the edges, and then if you have molds like mine, just thumb it around to make it all nice and neat and tidy. If you don't, then don't worry about it. Just pop it in the fridge for like an hour, just to help that pastry set up. Pop them into the oven, 170 degrees for 12 minutes-ish. When they come out, see they'll be bubbling and splitting and everything else, just let them sit for a good 10-15 minutes. Be gentle. This pastry is fragile. Castor sugar and some ground cinnamon. Mr. Byatt, being the wise man that he is, showed me how to plate this up. So this is just some chantilly cream. I just want to do that. Your burnt cream. Pop it in there.